Hello, my amazing friends. How are you today? I am doing fantastic, and we are going to have some fun. So, first, let me mention I am going to be using the new Arteza pre-mixed pouring paints. If you have not heard of them, they come in a 32 pack kit. They are 2-ounce bottles. It has all the colors there listed on the label, on the box itself. They come in 2-ounce bottles, 32 colors. Out of those 32 colors, 4 are white and 2 are black. So, with that being said, you're getting 28 pre-mixed colors. Nope. You're getting 26. I did graduate high school, I promise. So anyway, I don't know what kind of pouring medium they're mixed with. They don't tell you those types of things, but they are mixed with a pouring medium, and we're going to see how they behave. So, to test these out, I have some crazy viewers. They know that I'm crazy and I'll try just about anything in acrylic pouring. So they reach out and they tend to send me things that get me in a lot of trouble. So this video is being done on behalf of the supplies that Miss Christine sent me. And boy, does she have an imagination. So we're going to jump right in. Again, these are just pre-mixed paints. You don't have to do anything to them except pour them on a canvas. Or you can also add some silicone to them and then pour them on the canvas. I should have said and or. So they do not have silicone, just the pouring medium and the color. So for the first round of wackiness, I'm going to be using ultramarine blue, forest green, sea green, mid yellow, and gold. Now, colors like this, these little bottles, these are good for people that are just wanting to start out in pouring and they want to see if they like it. So instead of going out and buying a ton of supplies, they'll buy a small box like this and they'll try it out. And if they like it, then they'll go further into buying their supplies and all that. But they're good for something like that. For the everyday pourer, they are not, I'm not going to say they are not logical to use because we use a lot of paint and these are only tiny little 2-ounce bottles. So, this right here, these 2 whites are going to go probably on an 8x8 canvas, if that, and they're going to be gone. So now I only have 2 white paints left, right? So you're not going to get a lot out of these. So these are good for the people out there that want to try pouring, to see what it's like, to see how the consistencies look. I will say the consistency is a little bit thinner on these than what I would normally use. But again, people like their paints all different way. What I do doesn't necessarily fit what somebody else does. There's people that like really thick paint, and then there's people like me that like it in the middle of the road, and then if you're doing a Dutch pour, you need really fluid paints. So it all depends on what you're doing and what you like. So I'm going to get my canvas and I'm going to show you these crazy items that I'm going to test out in acrylic pouring, because some of them are just like I don't know how I'm going to do anything with them, but we're going to try. So I'm going to work on an 8x8 Arteza canvas. They come in multi-packs. They're just your standard canvas. Okay. And any Arteza products you see, I do have a coupon code listed below if anybody's interested in ordering anything from them. You should check them out because they do have not normal, but your regular acrylic paints that are pretty decent. They sell these in a 14-pack. They have a 60-pack of little tubes of paint that you can buy so you can get the full range of their colors. But yeah, check them out. So anyway, here are the things that Miss Christine sent me. She sent me a tube, a paper towel tube, which we know we could just do an open-ended pour with that, right? So I'm going to put that to the side. Here is crazy idea number 1. That, I believe, is a pot stirrer. Don't quote me. She wrote me a nice little handwritten letter telling me what each thing was, but I'm thinking that's the pot stirrer. So we are going to try that out. She also sent me a deconstructed plastic Brillo pad that we're thinking maybe just put some paint in and let it seep out and see if it makes a crazy design. Don't know. Then next, she sent me some plastic tubes, which I went and put 4 little holes in the bottom. I'm going to put some paint in there and see if we can get a funky design with that. This one is the one I'm most interested with, and it is a ribbon. And her suggestion was I dip it into some paint and then put it onto the canvas to make maybe some little flower impression or wing impression. So I'm very curious about this. Next was a little makeup brush, silicone, which we were thinking maybe spread, but guess what? It flicks very nicely. So you may just be getting a flick or 2 there. Then another quite interesting idea, some prickly rollers. So we're going to figure that out as we go. This here, slap bracelet. Do you guys remember these? Slap them onto your wrist. Would help if I was in frame. Well, I tried doing that over and over again and just got welts on my wrist. So I couldn't perform anything with that. But we were thinking maybe slapping it into paint. But, you know, I tested this out and this would really... do you see that? It just took off on me. Holy cow. That thing is violent. Anyway, I'm not going to be using that. And then the last thing that I have here, well, 2 things that I'm going to test out are some hair bands, which I have twisted here, and I'm going to try to do a almost like a chain pull with it, with the knots. See if it leaves any kind of crazy impression. I don't know. And then I said last thing, that was not true. We have some ribbon, which we know we could do a ribbon pour, but a rice strainer. So this ought to be interesting. I'm thinking of pouring the paint in it and then just slowly tilting it to see what comes out of it. So let me set up here and we're going to jump right in. All right, so we're going to start out with filling the rice strainer. And the colors I'm using forest green. Maybe I'll put a little bit of white down. And we're going to find out right now if paint mixed with Floetrol, white paint mixed with Floetrol, works with these, because I'm not going to have anywhere near enough white to do this. So let me start out with a little white in there. And you can see they're pretty watery. These would probably be good for a Dutch pour. This one was almost gone. They got that nice thin consistency that you want for a Dutch pour. Not using silicone. So this is the forest green. Pour up from high so it mixes a little bit. Wow, look at that static. It's crazy. Then we will do some ultramarine, nope, lied, sea green. Just giving them a good shake. It's a sea green. A little more white. Just a little bit. Then we're going to hit it with some ultramarine blue. Some gold. And some yellow. I could tell by looking at this yellow, it's transparent. That I can tell. So the first thing I'm going to try is pouring this onto the canvas through the strainer part. Nice and slowly from about right here. Let's just see what it does. It's coming out slow. Maybe lift up a little bit. I'm going to come back slowly. Just like that. That's kind of a cool design. So let's tilt up this way. Nice and slow. Well, that is really different. Okay. I'm going to come back to the center. We'll go this to the my right a little bit. Let me actually put a little bit of this white down to help guide it. Or actually, you know what? I'll use a color like yellow that I'm not going to use a lot of instead of wasting my white. Because it's going to get tilted off anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Just looking at the design here. We'll come back. Try to get it back into the middle again. Okay. you know, that rice strainer isn't half bad if you actually sit down and take your time and line it up the right way. I apologize if I was off frame there. I'm trying to it's not half bad. So there's that. Okay, so now, because we are experimenting, what we're going to do is, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna tilt this a little bit more this way to cover my edge. That one spot there that doesn't want to cover. It always happens. Okay. I'm going to put that to the side. That's actually a really pretty painting. Not half bad. You know what? When it dries, if I don't like the way it looks, I could always do a little layer of resin over that. It's pretty. So we're going to put that right to the side and bust out another canvas, which my Mamma Mia is sitting here so nicely by, protecting for us. All right. Now I can tell you that these paints, I did a painting in black and it dried very dull. So I'm hoping that these dry a little bit clearer. I will show you them, not at the end of this video, in the next video that I do, because if I wait to show you guys these paintings in the same video, I can't post a video for like 3 days. So that's why I don't do the end result at the end until I'm caught up and have enough videos made to where I can afford to wait that many days. Then I have to do it this way. But I will show dry results of this. So now what I'm going to do, this is white mixed with Floetrol, believe it or not. So we're going to put that down. And yes, I'm not worried about the paint on the back of the canvas. I'm not going to be selling these. These are just testers, so I'm not worried about making a mess on them. But normally I wouldn't do this with my paintings. They would be taped up nicely and up on something. So for this, we're going to take that little bow and dip it in the leftover paint that's in this rice strainer. See if we can get some pretty impressions with that. It's always fun to experiment with stuff like this. And we got yellow all over the place, but again, it's okay. We're just gonna plop this down right there. And I swore I would wear gloves all video. Here I am, no gloves. All right, so we got a bunch of air bubbles, and that's because I just mixed that paint this morning. All right, so now we're on to this fun little ribbon that I think just came undone. Got to be kidding me. Stay in there. Okay, so I'm literally going to take it. I'm going to dip it right in here, just like so. And it fell apart. Oh man, that stinks. I shouldn't even be laughing. I wanted to try that so badly. Let's see if I could cut this piece and save it. Only me. Tell you, only me. It's my luck. Yep, my luck. Okay. Let's see if this one works. Okay, we got that one to work. It won't be as full, but nope. Oh my God. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Don't tune out. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me to myself. All right. Well, while we have this little bit of paint in here, let's take the hair bands and dip them in. See if those create any kind of cool movement. I don't have any high hopes. But, you know, why not? We're going to be pulling mud with these things. I'll tell you that. Again, just experimenting. If you guys have never seen my pasta pull, go check it out because that turned out halfway decent. I'll link it at the end of this video. I drug actual pasta through paint. Nah, nothing crazy, right? Nothing special. So, let's see if we could actually make a painting out of this. Let's try this next. I'm just going to plop it right here. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's scrape half of the canvas with our little silicone makeup brush. And you know what? I'm going to leave that there like that. Let's put some white in between those gaps I just created. And let me tell you something, a makeup brush just cleaned that canvas down to the bone. So go with some white in between here, like this. This way we could see if this thing makes any sort of pattern. And surprise, surprise, I have a hair in my paint. I wonder why. Putting bows through it. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here, like so. Right there. It wants to float away. Let's get some of this forest green. Nope. Well, I'll open it. Let's do the ultramarine blue first. We'll do that. Some yellow. And some of the green. Plus white. Let's see if it's coming out even. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Look at this. I didn't think the holes were going to be big enough. Is it clogged now? So I mean, it comes out. It's nothing crazy though, right? So we'll just dump that out. Now, let's take the pot stirrer and actually we'll save that for the last canvas. Let's try the roller. Oh boy. Let's stand her up and let's just pour some paint into it. See what happens. That happens. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's just coming out from the bottom, I think. Actually like that a little bit. Let's try that again over here. I mean, it's leaving like little filigree lines. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if you can see that, like feathering. You know what? We'll try this on a clean canvas. Let's just tilt this around. See what we got. And I'm going to switch colors too. So, yeah, this one made a really, really pretty feathering design. You can see my paints were two different thicknesses there. That's why they weren't flowing off at the same rate. Colors look really chalky. That could be from the Floetrol mix. But one last thing I want to try before I get a clean canvas, and that is this deconstructed thing. I'm not going to, I don't think pouring paint in it would be wise. I don't think anything's going to happen. But what about holding it and kind of rolling it? Does that do anything? No. It doesn't do anything cool. I mean, well, maybe. Nah. Well, it makes some cool texture. Lots of air bubbles. Oh. Lots of air bubbles. Huh. That's interesting. All right, let me pop these air bubbles, and then I'm going to pause you guys and set up for the last canvas. That did kind of make a cool background, though, I will say. It looks like little berries and little flowers. And I will give you a close-up when I'm all done here with the last canvas. Okay, so this is the last canvas. This one I do have prepped up on a set of cups, only because I'm out of room over here for drying, so it has to stay right here. And I don't want it to be a nightmare to get off of this disgustingness that is called my table. I do have a Loli Vethe mat. I know you guys are aware of that. But she needs a good cleaning, so I have her to the side for tonight. So I just put a little puddle of white there because I'm out of the white. I'm going to use the roller, or curler, I should say. And I'm just going to start dumping in colors and naming them. So this is neon pink. I'm going to hold it down tight so it doesn't take off on me. This is a Cherie pink. Rose pink. I really need some white. We're not getting anything there, so let's see if I can get some white. Into a cup really quick. Actually, I have some other white I can use here. So you can see it's seeping out a little bit there. Okay, I'm ready. Maybe some white. Red wine metallic. Oh, we got a cool design coming out there. This is bronze. This here is carnation pink. Silver. Oh, it's seeping right out the sides. And white. Why not? Let's see what happens. So, besides it looking like a volcano right now, I don't know that it did anything cool. Let's take this and twist it up. And around. What I am finding interesting are these little fractal looking things. Those are pretty cool. Let's tilt that out a little bit, shall we? It's very odd looking. Let's go this way. So you see that nice feathering that curler does? That is really cool looking. Very, very cool. Colors are kind of blah, just the color choice, but that's pretty cool. That is really weird. It looks like it's actually breaking up, and that's probably from the Floetrol mixing with that pouring medium. That is really, really odd. What is going on here? Okay, so let's take this little doodah and let's get some contrasting color here, something a little bit darker. Let's put her down and spin her around. And as you can see, that does absolutely nothing. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Okay, we're done. I tried. Now you know that some of these things are and some things are pretty cool. That curler, absolutely. The rice strainer, absolutely. Oh, let me show you this really quick. I have one of these plastic Brillo pads that is not deconstructed. And I want to see if it does anything crazy like it did on the other. See, these colors are too light. We'll revisit this in another video. But we had some fun. I blew off some stress. That's what it was all about, people. So let me give you a close-up really quick. Christine, I want to thank you again for sending out the products to play around with and have a good time. Although most failed, it was still fun. The rice strainer worked pretty good, I would say. And here's the little texture from that Brillo pad. That is pretty cool, I think. So I want to thank you all for watching. Any links you need are listed below. And until the next one, my friends, happy pouring!